Well, an armored car rolls up on us and has been stalking us?
I don't know, yeah.
Who's been stalking you, Born?
I don't know. You know anyone that drives a
armored
blacked out
car.
armored car?
I mean, I've seen a few blacked out armored cars, I'll be honest.
I got one stalking me.
Well, if that's the case and you see, you give me a call and I'll come out stalk them.
Okay.
Why the fuck are the guild getting stalked by the faceless thing? You guys haven't received any, like, files or folders with your photographs in, have you?
I don't think so. Why do you ask? That's a very specific question.
You saying you're being stalked, and, you know, if you had received that kind of thing, I might have known who it was.
No, nothing like that.
The person stalking has been following us around in an armored vehicle, and then they call people and tell them, they keep saying they're after the fat one. They don't, because they don't respect my bulk.
Mm-hmm.
And then they keep slow rolling me in Polito in a blacked out armored car. We have no clue who it is.
Well, be careful nonetheless.
Yeah, we got ways to stay safe.
I'm sure you do. Well, I appreciate the ride, gents.
No problem. I appreciate the talk.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll meet up again.
Yeah, we'll meet up soon.
Hopefully when you really sit down and you think about it, you'll put the pieces together.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, I'm thinking you will. John Wick style.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Bye.
Damn, that was so much info, man. Like, holy shit. The guild being 10 out of 10 as always. I don't even know what to begin. Me neither. Me neither, dude. They heard, the big thing for me is they heard fucking Charlie's name. They heard people talking about, dude, this is crazy. They heard people talking about the Millers, and then they heard Charlie's name. Like, what the? My gut instinct is that the Faceless has an orb. But then, if you think about it, if we follow that train of thought, it's like, why? How? Like, what the? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Oh my god.
I had to get caught up. It was like personal notes type deal. Made it public because I think it's some useful information. So it's 23009.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Dark.
Hello.
I just got the absolute, like, both those conversations I've had today, one with Lang, then one with those guys. Honestly, more information on various things than, you know, we've learned in a long time.
Oh my god, I should have sat in on that one. There was so much tea, wasn't there, that I missed out on.
Yeah.
What's the tea? Come on, give me the tea.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I've been
Come close.
all days.
No, you're all good.
I'm gonna lean right up against this right here.
Right. So this is gonna get into a bit of the supernatural, okay? But
Ooh, that's my thing.
in Edgar's book subpoena, when they got him, when he came back on like the 18th, right? When he came back from purgatory because he was dead, in Edgar's book, it mentions.
I'll just gloss over that. Yeah, I'll just gloss over that.
Gloss over what?
He came back from purgatory because he was dead.
Yeah, you don't know that?
No, I did not know that. No.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, he was dead, but then he came back to life.
Oh,
He kept saying he
all
was
right.
in Guarma.
Yeah, come on, man.
Gotcha. Okay,
Come on,
sorry.
guy, keep up,
sorry,
man.
sorry. Right off the bat. That's some tea. All right, keep going.
Anyway, so in that book, he mentioned this orb, and there was 3 orbs he was mentioned in the book, and the guilds was mentioned in there. I think it was like Jaeger was mentioned. I can't remember who else was mentioned in there. And then today I saw Bjorn, who's a member of the guild. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll chat to him. And they're pretty open to it. You know, I tried a bit of information, nothing too crazy, right? But what they tell me in return is quite a lot. So this orb, I do lie a little bit and say that I saw one when I, you know, was there. I saw it too. But what they have said is that there's multiple orbs. I think there's 3. One of them's in purgatory. They have one, which is kind of crazy. And then the other one, they don't know where it is. But
How do they know there's a third one?
because they have heard things through it. And I'll get to that.
Okay.
They think that the orbs can communicate with each other. That you can talk to people through them. They're very powerful, you know, all this kind of stuff. Now the guild are devoted to not devoted. I don't think that's the right word. They believe and trust in the Storm Lord. So you know, Lando was very much like these things are like descended from the heavens. Now he said something interesting. He said that 6 years ago, before the economic collapse, when the guild had the guild hall up near Rooster's Rest, that they had an orb back then. And they also said that there was another one on Sanguine.
Huh.
Yeah.
So the orb could be in Roosters?
I mean, I didn't even
I
think
mean,
of
just
that.
think about that. Just think about that dossier we were talking about earlier when we were thinking about Lang. That just came to my mind.
I mean, maybe. Let me finish first. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe.
Sorry, I'm cooking. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're okay.
overcooking.
Okay, I wrote this down in my notebook and I can't read it, which is not a good thing. And it looks like I've wrote down asking about milkers, but I don't think they'd be asking about milkers. Oh, I know what this is. So they overheard somebody in the orb talking about the Millers. Do you remember the Millers?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes.
David-
Amanda Miller, I believe, is still alive.
Amanda and Christopher, you know, they've been the fucking weapons manufacturer. So they overheard somebody through this orb, like they said they overheard a conversation where two people were talking, or at least 2 people, and they were talking about the Millers and they were looking to find them. Right? So this must have been before they were kidnapped. But then, you know what other name they mentioned? These people was Charlie. Now, if that name might ring a bell or not, but in this faces subpoena, the full records that I just got, the faces and the number that I've literally started subpoenaing today, said that we don't know who the number is. It said, I know you talked to Charlie about the attack helicopter imports. We need to discuss something later. 2 more birds have
Huh.
been delivered to Charlie at the
Yeah, I'm
safe
looking at that right
location.
now.
Yeah, I saw that. Could that be Charlie Jones or no?
I thought that maybe, but I'm honestly leaning away from
Spelled
Charlie.
differently.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, you're
Well, I
right.
know
It is.
Charlie's just CHR.
Oh, I didn't even think about
LI.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it is spelled
differently, yeah.
differently. Yeah, but I'll be honest. Don't tell them I said this. The Faces hasn't always been too good with their grammar and spelling. All right. They haven't got
Yeah,
like
that's
a
fair.
like a spell check or nothing. And like sometimes like it comes through and it's not great. You know, I think they could probably, you know, if I was in the
They need an
Faces,
assistant.
they'd need an assistant exactly.
Unknown number.
Oh, that's my wife. I need to answer.
Oh, god damn it.
Boring. Imagine being married.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, can I call you back soon?
Did you notice Lang's cane today? Yeah.
Is what?
His cane.
What about it?
Well, I
What?
couldn't quite tell about the tip of the cane, but he had like, you know, the tip where you put your hand on it, and
Yeah.
it looked like a bird of some kind. Like I saw feathers and shit, and I think I saw a beak, but I couldn't tell because he was holding it what it was. It looked really well made though.
I didn't pay attention.
Wait, Lang had a cane
Yes.
for the birds. Has he ever mentioned anything about Hope or Noxie?
Lang? No. He's we've only spoken to him today. And he did give us some pretty good info.
Here, spill the tea to Peters about that.
You know,
I
there
told
was
him there
so
was a ton of
much.
tea.
I write anything down? I don't think I wrote anything.
I mean, if Gunnar said that you made a recording.
Yes, it's all
so
it's
I
all on
can just go back.
recording. He said a lot. Like he was pretty open with us for the most part. I think he lied about not seeing. So he owns the Rooster's Rest. He admitted it. He said it's a band that, you know, it's not in use. He's the only one who uses it. He said only one who has access. I asked him about the dossier we found with the photos in it of Rooster's Rest, and he was like, "No, I've never seen that," but I don't believe him. I'll be honest. You know, I asked him about the Oracle, and he said, you know, what did he say about that again? Oh, he saw them tweeting out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but he's never had any direct contact, but he's been trying to find them. Oh, I don't know who this is. Hold on. Hello.
Is Lando calling you from a payphone? Wink, wink.
Oh, it's an unknown number, guys. Let me go take this down.
No, you can't leave with all the tea.
Yeah, I'm
That's
totally on a
walk away with
payphone
the
right
tea.
now. That is totally working.
Yes. Who is this again?
It's Lando. We just talked.
Oh, Land. Sorry, didn't see your number pop up, so I didn't recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's
Hey,
going on?
I had one more thing. I meant to bring up, but you know, it's how it goes. It's just it's a whole thing with like the amount of knowledge that just goes this way and that way.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Oracle?
How'd you know their name?
How does old Lando know anything in this day in life? Well, you know, like I was saying earlier, everything's connected. I think one more thing about some people you might not know about is they might have a thing or two. They might know about some little the old Oracle. People keep telling me about it, and I'm like, I've seen the Matrix, but you know, I heard whispers through the old tree. If you catch my drift.
Really?
Mm-hmm. May have been a guy that was being referred to as the Oracle. through that whole side of town.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, got any deets? What am I dealing with here?
Difficult one, Lando. I know
Mm-hmm.
of them. I've been contacted by them.
Mm.
I don't know who they are, but I do know they definitely have an agenda, and I think it's a good one.
Good agenda, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Be careful.
Oh, careful schmeriful. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm here for knowledge, the quest of untold information. On such a journey, it's incredibly dangerous, and thank God I haven't been aware of how dangerous my lifestyle is. I know damn well what's going on here, and I want to know more. So whoever's going to get me there, you got an ally in Orlando.
Mm. When I can tell you more, I will.
Hey, pleasure doing business with you.
You too, Lando.
Hangs up anonymous number.
What's Lando's full name? Greg Sausage Rolls? I actually don't know what his full name is.
Tell me about it. Oh, it ain't that. I didn't know why.
I found it. Glenn Anderson. I had it in my phone, but
Hey, I mean, a relationship is a whole nother source of drama for you, you know? It's just a whole nother source for drama to pop up for you. I mean, it could be a good thing. You never know. I'm hit. I'm hit. Sorry.
I feel like I'm
okay. That was Lando from the guild, and he just told me something else. But let me carry on. Yeah, they heard the Charlie stuff through there. Then he mentioned, and I don't know if he slipped up about the name of it, but somebody had told him or shown him a calling card from the Faceless that they had received, and it was red and blue. Now normally we've only
red
seen
and blue.
yeah, like it was 2 in 1 there. He said he can't remember whether the background was red and the front was blue, or it was vice versa. And I think he might have mentioned the name Dragon, but I don't know whether I misheard or he just said it wrong. But it could be Dragon Rush. Who owns a house that I'm relaunching? I don't know where. I do. Who he's tied to. But then he also. He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist, but at the same time, his whole thing is, you know, his quest for information, and so I'm not going to dismiss anything he says. He was like pointing out something about, you know, like the Legion Square building where we were gonna, the one above the bank.
Yeah.
It's owned by Wolf International, and
Never heard of them.
right, me neither. But apparently, you know, Wolf International been buying up property around the city, and I also heard on the news recently that there was some unknown group buying up a bunch of property too. So I wonder if that's Wolf International. And then, you know, you ever heard of Nest Construction?
No.
No, me neither. Chris, you have?
I've heard it in passing, but I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, well, this is nothing concrete. He's just saying that like Nest, actually like doing some work through the city as well. Under the radar. Like apparently the building that's on the corner of Vespucci and Elgin. Yeah, that one on the big like hotel on the corner is apparently under construction by Nest. Like going to be renovated or something. And then also on the same sign that's like looping at the square is the Epsilon program, the Epsilon company. And he made some very strong implications that this whole orb stuff and the facial stuff and Epsilon are all tied together. And what he just called me back for was to tell me that he asked me what I knew about the Oracle and suggested that individuals at New Epsilon were the ones that gave him that information, or at least let it slip.
Huh. Epsilon.
And I remember getting a tip, and I haven't been able to follow up on it because I haven't been able to find Elijah at the right time, who's the owner. But supposedly, the Faceless purchased the building that New Epsilon now reside in.
Huh.
Right, yeah.
How did we hear this?
I heard it through Princess. I think it wasn't Princess. It was somebody else. It was a CI of mine who is close with Elijah.
Okay.
I think that was Jordan, chat.
Interesting.
In other words, we've got a shit ton of info today. Whether or not I'm going to be able to write it all fucking down in a report right now, because I'm cooked out of my mind, is probably, another thing. But yeah, that, the whole thing with Lang and now this.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, the good thing is like you recorded what Lang said, right?
Yeah.
Did you happen to do that for the guild?
These guys, no, this is off the record, and they wanted it that way as well. This was, I'll be honest, like the whole supernatural, this kind of stuff is very much like, for me, it's not a martial thing. It's whoever wants to investigate it and wants to have a good outcome in the end. Like when we're investigating that stuff, unless it's like the plague stuff where people are like helping out Dr. Smith, right? If it's anything other than that, then it's really a personal investigation. Like it's not a government thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so I wasn't too bothered about that kind of stuff being on the record.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I just know that there seems to be a lot of loose ends tying up and tying together from what we thought was, separate things. But yeah, that's interesting. I have been talking. I have been looking into very, very lightly and loosely because it's not anything, government corruption related or threat to the state. But somebody's been stalking somebody named EJ who is associated with New Epsilon and been talking with Eliza with that. And so I was hoping to maybe get an in with Eliza to maybe see if I can get a tour of the New Epsilon building because she seemed
A good chat.
Yeah. So I know that Abby had been looking into New Epsilon stuff before, but again, it's kind of hard to look into it without being like super suspicious to them.
Who's EJ? And sorry, who's stalking EJ?
I don't know. It turned into this whole thing EJ is associated and works for New Epsilon. So it was something involving this guy named Rob Stone. And something happened at Humane Labs one night. I actually ran into this Rob Stone guy when I was yeah, trying to install a camera there. And this whole incident went down like right before or right after I ran into him. So yeah.
Okay.
Unrelated. But I used it as an opportunity to potentially get some more information on New Epsilon.
Good
So,
shout, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, but I think I'm gonna go lie my head down in the back for a bit. So I'll catch you guys later.
Adios, muchacho.
Chat, I'll be honest, I think now's a good time because I'm cooked out my mind. I think I'm gonna call it, and I think we're gonna come back tomorrow nice and fresh. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna be live tomorrow morning. Probably a little bit before D&D. We got D&D at 12 my time, so that's like 11 UTC. That's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna try and be live before that. Then we're gonna have D&D. Then we got horror game. Then we got other things to do as well. But RP today was insane, man. RP today was really fucking good. Really good there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna go get a nice bit of sleep. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.